Hey everyone, it's Random Guy. Before I get into the guide, I'm doing another giveaway. To enter this giveaway, just type your RuneScape name followed by Afk Kerapac in the comments below. These giveaways are, as always, only for my subscribers, so if you want to join, just click that subscribe button. I do giveaways very often for my followers, so if you don't want to miss any, make sure to tap that bell icon to be notified whenever I make new videos. If you haven't done it, join the giveaway in my other video that I put up a couple days ago where I'm giving away 3 golden party hats. The link to the video is in the description below. I hope to see you guys there. Now that that's over, let's get into it. So for my gear, I'm using full Crit Bloom. Without Crit Bloom, you will get slapped on phase 4, but if you're not completely AFK, this is doable with Ganodermic. Then for my gloves, I'm using Cinderbanes, just for the poison damage. For my cape, I'm using the Igneous Cow Mesh Cape to make kills a tad faster. And for my necklace, I'm using an Essence of Finality. If you don't have an Essence of Finality, don't worry. I'm just using it for the effect of the Amulet of Souls. So if you have an Amulet of Souls, just use that. And if you don't have that, this is also doable with the Blood Necklace. Next up, I have a tier 4 Shadow Pontifex ring in my bank. With this ring fully upgraded and made passive, it does actually work from your bank. This is to give you the ability to get the Pernix Quiver Fragments, which are a couple mil each, from Lost Troves. This will increase the GP you make an hour by a couple mil. Now, in my pocket slot, I'm using a Scripture of Joss. But if you don't have that, then any DPS increasing Godbook or Scrimshaw will be good here. Now for my weapons, I'm using a Seismic Wand and an Ancient Lantern. I used the Lantern instead of a regular Seismic Orb because this has a chance to reduce damage taken and it gives you access to defense abilities, which are needed very much in this. And in my rune pouch, I have Death, Blood, and Soul runes. Now in my inventory, I have a couple Holy Overloads, some Weapon Poison, a couple Prayer Potions, an Ancient Elven Ritual Shard for some extra prayer restoration, an Enhanced Excalibur for emergency heals if it's needed, and another rune pouch with Earth and Fire runes. So now with the Earth and Fire runes, plus the Death, Blood, and Soul runes that you have in the rune pouch that you're wearing, that will give you the spells for both Blood Barrage and for Animate Dead, which is what we're going to be using. I do have 2 honorable mentions now. One of them would be Vuln Bombs, and the other would be XP Capacitors. Vuln Bombs will make the kills faster, and XP Capacitors will give you more GP an hour. For my familiar, normally I use Blood Reavers as they're really good here, but another close second would be Ripper Demons. You want DPS familiars here as they make kills faster and more kills an hour equals more GP. Alright, now for my Archaeology relics. For the first 2, I'm using Death Ward and Berserker's Fury, which is a nice combo to increase your tankiness and your DPS as your health gets lower. And for the last one, I'm using a Luck of the Dwarves at the moment. And I'm using this because with this, I don't need to wear a Luck of the Dwarves. And with my tier 4 Shadow Pontifex ring made passive, that means that I can wear a DPS ring instead, like you saw in my gear slot. If you don't want to use this though, another good one would be Fury of the Small, which gives you more adrenaline for your basic abilities, letting you get to your thresholds and ultimates faster. Alright, so when you make your instance, make sure you're on solo and it's fastest. And then when you go in, just run up so he'll actually jump down. Just make sure that you activate your overload, your weapon poison, summon your familiars, everything. And then make sure that you activate Animate Dead. For those of you who don't know what Animate Dead does, for each piece of magic tank armor that you're wearing, you gain 10% of its armor value as flat damage reduction, and you gain 33% of your defense level as flat damage reduction. Basically, it just makes you really, really, really tanky. So as you can see, for the first mechanic, he sends an orb behind you, and what it does is magic damage comes from the orb to him. And if you're standing in between him and the orb, you'll take magic damage. But that doesn't really matter here because you're using Animate Dead and Soul Split, so it's barely going to touch you. You don't need to worry about it. Alright, so the second mechanic is the only mechanic that you have to do something about that makes this whole fight not completely AFK. So what he will do is he will go up in the air and then dive down at you and deal melee damage to you. What you need to do is every single time he dives at you, you move. What I do is when he's in the air, you'll see the tip or the butt of his staff point directly at you. And the second it's pointing directly at you, you press Surge. Doing this will make you move out of the way right before he lands there, making you take 0 damage. He will dive 3 times, and then the mechanic is over. On the third dive, you actually don't need to move because he will not deal continuous damage to you. So basically, you just use Surge twice, and that's it with this mechanic. So the last mechanic we have to deal with is where he spawns lightning. On the first phase, there will be 1 line of lightning. On phase 2, there will be 2 lines. And on 3, there will be 3 lines. This is why we have the defensives at the front of the bar. Because of this and because of phase 4. With this bar like this, there's a very, very large chance that either Debilitate or Reflect will be up when the lightning hits you. This makes it so the lightning does not deal much damage to you, and after the lightning is gone, you will heal back. So that's about it for the first 3 phases, and if you're using a gear setup like mine, then you will never have to deal with the diving mechanic twice, which means you won't have to deal with the lightning twice. So since all 3 phases are exactly the same, except for the amount of lightning you get, let's speed this up. And now, since it's phase 2, there will be 2 lines of lightning. And now, since it's phase 3, there will be 3. Alright, in perfect timing, right as the lightning passes, we go right into phase 4. Now it's time to finish this AFK fight. You don't need to do anything for this. Just sit there and watch. And there we go. Look at that. The next ability would have been Resonance, which would have put us back to full health. We could have done 2 phase 4s in a row. Alright, not a bad drop. Okay, let's see what we get from this 1 Elder Trove that I got from the kill before this one. Look at that. A Pernix Quiver fragment right there. Free 3 mil for me. And there we go, guys. That's the end of my video. So, thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you guys wanted this guide, so I made it for you. Really hope you enjoyed it. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe watch one of these 2 videos while you're at it. See ya!